Use hashtag NFL to get your questions answered live by Tom and I here on NFL Daily. So make sure you guys are using those hashtag NFLs to get those questions on the show if you're watching on YouTube or if you're watching on Facebook. So Paul Ball, he knows it. Are Texans ever a Super Bowl contender?
Mitch again cannot read. We're one question in, and he reads even as ever. Everyone take a drink every time Mitch can't read.
I got it.
If everyone stays healthy, yes. My concern is that offensive line. Bill O'Brien was abnormally defensive about Matt Khalil. It's not going to end well for him with him at left tackle because he's just bad.
Texans are a legit team, and if luck goes down, I think they're, again, probably the favorite to win that division. Let's go to Caleb Holtz. How do you feel about the Steelers versus Chiefs game? I would guess the preseason game. I mean, it was one of the ugliest preseason games I've ever seen. But here's the thing, guys. It's the preseason. The Chiefs are still going to be one of the best offenses in the NFL, and I'm actually confident that the Steelers, they're going to be okay too.
Yeah, I'm not worried about either of those teams, especially the Chiefs. They'll be fine there. I wouldn't read too much into bad preseason showings. There isn't enough of a correlation between actual regular season success.
I totally agree. Let's go to Shannon Breen. Is that right? I don't know. Let me know how to pronounce it. Who do you think will win the Super Bowl this season besides the Patriots? I picked the Saints. I put my money down on my bookie for the Saints. I put it down Saints Patriots, but
maybe this is the Chiefs here if they can get some kind of semblance of defense together. I've not made my Super Bowl pick yet. I don't know when I'm going to. Other than the fact that I am contractually obligated to say the Dallas Cowboys are going to win the Super Bowl.
Actually, I had somebody on Twitter send me, they put down $50 on the Raiders, and if the Raiders win the Super Bowl, they win $6,250.
A lot of money to be had there, although I'm not going to say what I said in the office when you told me that, so I'll be nice instead.
You totally can. Here's the thing. I put down $10 on the Patriots and Saints, so if either one of those teams go, I'm still making money. Also, shout out to my bookie for that deposit bonus. Let's go to Robert Lopez. Do you think Zeke will be another Bell and miss the entire season?
I do not think Zeke holds out the entire season because
I don't think he can.
He has to show up to ever play again. Like, he can't pull a Bell and say, I'm never going to show up and I'll be a free agent again. He has to.
It's those 2 years.
He has 2 years left on his deal. He has to show up this year, otherwise the contract will toll him and all of a sudden he's not a free agent. So maybe there's a scenario he shows up at week 9. That's like, I guess week 10. That's the worst case scenario. But then he can't run out at all next year. So he's got to show up. Yeah. I think he shows up week 1.
Totally agree. Let's go to Donnie Couch here on Chiefs re-signing DeAnthony Thomas. So what are your thoughts on Chiefs re-signing DeAnthony Thomas? He's an electric player.
I don't think there's much of an impact there.
He's like the worst version of Tavon Austin.
Yeah.
Is that pretty fair?
Yeah, it's very fair.
Cool. Let's go to Omega S. Ooh, looks like we got a nice little super chat here coming in. How about Zeke to Dolphins for Xavien Howard? Also, Omega, appreciate that super chat. And if anybody wants to get on the show, an easy way to do it is to click that super chat button.
In a bubble, I don't mind it. In a bubble where contracts don't matter and where a team is overall in their rebuilding process doesn't matter. I mean, all of a sudden that defense is awesome for the Cowboys with Howard and Byron and Cheetah. You can maybe trade away Byron or somebody to get a back as well. My issue is the Dolphins just paid Howard.
Sure.
Now, the way it's structured, they could do it and not have too big of a cap hit, but they're definitely going to eat some dead money there. Plus, you got to pay Zeke. So you're paying a double premium to add a running back. And that's not how NFL teams operate.
Imagine sticking it to Zeke, sending him to the Dolphins.
So, talent-wise, I actually kind of dig it.
Yeah.
I just don't think the timing works for both teams.
I mean, Zeke would never get in trouble in Miami. I think we can both agree on that.
Of course
Totally
not.
good. Or you go to the Raiders and play in Vegas. That'll be absolutely great. Speaking of the Dolphins, let's go to Peter Crowder. Interesting picture. I appreciate that you actually have one. What do you think is the worst injury so far? I guess this preseason or in general?
Preseason. My calf cramped up pretty bad when I was golfing. If you guys follow me on Twitter, you saw that. Oh, you mean actual athletic injuries. I feel bad. It's off the radar. I feel really bad for Chris Clark, the Saints offensive lineman. He's had really 3 devastating injuries now over the past couple seasons. So I feel pretty bad for him.
I guess I'm going to go with Luck because I think that one just has the most implication. Like, that's the one that I'm the most worried about. And You guys know that I like fantasy football. Andrew Luck worries me. Also,
Yeah,
kind of
fair.
Darius Geis a little bit. I mean, he's got a hampering hamstring. Could I say that? Hampering hamstring?
Lingering.
He's a player who I think has a lot of talent. It's just he struggles to get healthy and actually get on the field. Let's go to Tone. Is there a cover-up?
Tone Capone. Great name. Love it.
Is there a cover-up with Matthew Stafford's broken back?
He has insisted it's healthy, so I'm going to, at least as of right now, it's healthy. I guess at some level there was a cover-up because he wasn't really, like, on the obvious, oh, my back is really messed up during last season, so I guess at some level there is. But for this season right now, I don't think there's a cover-up. But I also know NFL teams, because they don't have to have an injury report right now, they will not tell you the truth in the preseason. They don't do it.
Unless you're the Colts, and then something can be a little ankle-ish.
Yeah, but they said it was a calf, now it's an ankle, and then they don't know what's going on.
Well, hopefully you guys can get this deal because this is what we got going on. Sign up and deposit at MyBookie, okay? Go to chatsports.com/MyBookie. Use that promo code ChatNFL for 100% deposit bonus. Sign up and deposit with MyBookie. Place that first bet, and then email us a screenshot at promo@chatsports.com. So if you want a Zeke, you want a Julio Jones, you want a Raiders jersey, literally any NFL jersey of your choice, chatsports.com/MyBookie. Let's go to Graham. Ouch. Michael Thomas, Melvin Gordon, or Le'Veon Bell?
Context this one, Mitch, because I'll let you take it. This was a fantasy keeper question.
Fantasy keeper question? Out of all those, for me, it is hands down Michael Thomas.
Okay,
I don't want Melvin Gordon right now because even he gets banged up. Le'Veon Bell, go back and look at Adam Gase's success with pass running backs. Sure, that offense has looked pretty solid under Sam Darnold, but it's Michael Thomas. I think Michael Thomas could be in store for another 125 catches this year. Let's go to my man Tanner Mullins, who doesn't look
he
at
got
all.
the S this time.
Hey, spelling, words. What games are you looking forward to this year?
My first response is all of them.
Week 1.
Which is very much a cop-out answer.
Dude, it's so close to football season. How about this? If you're ready for football season, type R in the comments section because I'm freaking stoked.
Yeah, go and throw some R's in there. Look, I always like the Thanksgiving games in particular because A, it's around my birthday, and I eat a lot of food, and I watch a lot of football, and I feel great. I am not entertaining.
Mashed potatoes, the worst thing on Thanksgiving. Hands down. Absolutely. I'll say this. There's a few games that I'm really looking forward to. I want to see Raiders-Bears. I'm also looking forward to Week 1, Raiders against the Broncos, because your boy's going to be there. So, he's mad. Mashed potatoes. I mean, come on. Are mashed potatoes good, yes or no? I think mashed potatoes are the most overrated food on Thanksgiving. And Tom, that's all he wants to eat is mashed potatoes.
I had it 2 nights ago, actually.
I'm sorry to hear that. Let's go to Brian Curry.
Okay. You had to think about that one, didn't you?
I was like, is it Curry? I'm not sure. What do the Texans need to boost their secondary? Are there any free agents left?
The cornerback market's not great. I feel fine about their safeties. I'd be targeting cornerback, really offensive line. I would try and look at who gets cut. I think there'll be some decent corners. Or if you want to get weird with it, try and trade for somebody like a Jordan Lewis, Anthony Brown. I think you could get one of those guys from the Cowboys if you offered enough.
Tom's always trying to get weird with it. Now we got a question coming up here on the show. Are mashed potatoes overrated? I've already seen a lot of yeses in the comments section. So why for yes and for no? Tom,
Alicia, are they overrated?
It's literally potatoes.
No. Tad, no. Dylan, no. Everyone says no in the studio.
It's a potato. If there's anything I'm going to eat on Thanksgiving, why would I fill up on mashed potatoes?
Look, I make homemade mashed potatoes now.
What do you put in it?
Butter.
I don't eat butter.
Yes, you do. Shit.
I don't know. Last time I had butter.
Butter. You eat food with butter in it. Butter, milk, sour cream, salt. Sometimes I put a little bit of cheese in there, not a lot. Yeah. Gravy, of course, too.
Somebody just said French fries. I'd rather just have French fries as well. Are mashed potatoes overrated? The correct answer is yes. Ben, I actually thought this was burgers. I just got food in my mind now. How do you think is the most... Oh, my gosh.
Yeah.
Wait, it's how do you think? I thought it was going to be who.
Oh, you read it correctly.
The most overrated team this year. For me, I got my answer.
We mentioned the Texans earlier. I think when we look back, they could be the most overrated team. I don't consider them the most overrated team right now, though. I think that they've got some pretty high bust potential. But What's your answer?
I'm going to go with the 49ers. I think everyone
Okay.
overhypes the 49ers. Like, Jimmy Garoppolo sure has played well, but like last year I don't really think he was all that great. He's been 8-2 his entire career, but that team is still very, like, their wide receiver very thin. The running backs, a lot of question marks. That defense to me is thin. Just Jimmy Garoppolo can stay healthy. I'm going to say Jimmy G.
How about the Packers? I know injuries are a factor, but
6-9-1 last year.
7-9 the year before. We keep saying Super Bowl contender.
Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah.
So who do you guys think some overrated teams? Somebody said the Cleveland Browns. That's fair. Like,
Yeah, although I am all in on them.
I
but
like
still,
the Browns
that's
as
fair.
well. Ripto says 49ers are overrated, so that's something that we can agree on. Oh, somebody said Mitch Trubisky. Don't ever trust anybody with the name of Mitchell. Let's go to Solstice. Words. Who's a
Solstice-
better wide
wait,
receiver?
hold on. Solstice.
Thomas Mott,
What do the Roman numerals mean, Mitch?
6. No? I don't know. Is that not right? 11?
Hey, got it.
X. I'm not. Numbers.
Someone
I'm bad with
clip that
numbers
for
in
me.
general.
Someone clip that for me. I'm tweeting it.
I'm bad with numbers in general. Now you're putting it out in another language. Roman numerals. Get out of here. All right. Better wide receiver, Thomas Mott or Mitchell Renz?
Well,
I think I am hands down more athletic than Thomas, and my hair
Thomas
is 100
Mott,
times better.
Thomas Mott claims that he can beat the Freeze out in Atlanta, so he talks pretty big game.
He'd have to shave his head. His hair would slow him down. Thomas, I'm looking at you. I have 100% better hair than Thomas Mott. And if you guys want more NFL coverage and less hair talk, you got to subscribe. Click that link below. Big red button, youtube.com/chatsportstv. We're pumping out a whole bunch of content here, so shout out to Jeff, Carson, Mike, everyone who's watching us live. Turn on those notifications so you know when Tom and I go exactly live. We got to get to 150K because word on the street is once we get, okay, listen to this. Once we get to 150K, Thomas Downey will shave his head.
Fake news. It's not what he's ever going to say.
100% ready? Watch, I'm going to say it again. Get us 150K, and Thomas Downey will, in fact, shave his head. Click that link below.